Hello and welcome to Slavic therapy number 10. My name is Ivan Ivanovich Ivanov, but you can call me Vanya. I am a Slavic man on a mission to cure the world of debilism one balvan at a time, and this series is how I'm trying to do it. If you are debil and you want my help, send a message here somewhere, and maybe you will be included in next week's webisode. Next week, I don't know, blядь. Maybe next week, maybe next month. There are so many debil, I need to recharge mentally. The last one I posted was a while ago, but I am back and I am helping debils, and I have 3 very interesting emails to read and 3 debils to fix today. Usually is more than 3, but these ones are so debil that I had to take extra time to really help them. Oh yes, and if you want private Slavic therapy, I am Bля, I can't even talk, the debilism is reaching my brain already. If you want private Slavic therapy, I am available on Cameo, so click this link or in the description somewhere. I do Cameo for you, tell me what your problem is, I fix privately, one-on-one. I am blogger Huyogur, this is how you can support me. Also please like, subscribe and hit notification bell for more videos. I do videos about comedy, philosophy and help debils. I do so much for the world. The least you can do is subscribe if you like my stuff. Thank you. Поехали. I don't have anything in life. Therapy is the subject of this email. Hi, how are you? I am good. How are you? Apparently not so good because you're emailing me, but okay. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Get to the point, okay? In a month, I'll be 30 years old and feel like nobody. I don't have a husband, I don't have children, I don't have a university degree, I have never had a job, and my parents support me financially, but they are tired of it and I understand them. At least you are self-aware. And it's hard to get a job when you reach 30. That is bullshit, okay? And have never worked. Besides, I don't have any friends. All these things seem unconnected, you know? I feel like I have nothing in life and this depresses me. Of course it depresses you. Depresses me too. I feel very old because I turned 30 years old. Thank you, have a good day. You have a good day too. Don't be sad, okay? Your solution to your depression. I always say this, but it's very easy. If you are sad, don't. Done. Number 2, 30 is not old at all, okay? You are still baby child in the eyes of the universe. In general, 30 is not old. My babushka is 80 years old. She still runs faster than me. When I run away from her, she catches me to give me tapachik to the ass if I don't wear my tapachki inside. Anyways, the point is, if you play your cards right and you are healthy and a little lucky, you still have a lot of time in life to figure your shit out. So don't be worried. 30 is not old. Okay, don't be debil mugs, available on my website. Look, here's my advice. Life is full of suffering for everybody. Being alive means you will suffer. But the best way to maybe numb the pain or make it worthwhile is to spend life with people you love, doing things you love. It makes the pain tolerable. Like if you find hobby you love and you do it enough, while you are doing it, you forget the hunya of real life. And then also, if you have friends and loved ones, it's always easier to suffer together. So my point is, you must find people and things to do that make you forget about your depression, because there is no way to cure it. I've said this before, I will say it again. Depression and suffering is not a bug of life, it is a feature, and it is a very important one. To be honest, you don't want to get rid of it. Suffering and depression is an important part of the human experience. Without the darkness, there will never be light. If it's always light, then what is light at the end of the day? You must have both, yin and yang, Japanese Japanese proverb or something like this. Make it Slavic proverb. Light and darkness and suffering and goodness, all this is a part of life and it is important. So don't try to avoid it. Try to find ways to deal with it. You say you are depressed and you want to be happy. Why you always want to be happy? People that are always happy are either debils or Americans. You don't want to be these things. So don't be debil and avoid suffering, but find ways in life to make it more tolerable. That's the only thing you can do. Next. Oh, bоже moj. It's kind of divided into 2 parts here. Let's start. I remember reading this email for first time. It was like reading novel by Tolstoy. However, I will include it in the video because it is interesting, so I promise it will be worth it. Strap in. Okay, поехали. Dear Uncle Vanya, I am a woman in my early 30s living in the US, and I've been dating Slavic boyfriend long distance for almost 2 years now. He lives 6,000 miles away. What is miles? I only know kilometer. And our 2 cultures are very different in lots of ways, but after meeting him online on an international pen pal app, I quickly fell deeply in love with him in a way that I've never felt for anyone else before. He seems to feel the same way for me, and recently we have even begun discussing the prospect of marriage at some point in the not so distant future. Okay, congratulations. So far I don't see a problem. We spend hours most days texting, FaceTiming and calling, and I can truly say he is my best friend. I would be devastated if I ever lost him. However, there are a couple of issues that really bother me about the relationship, which I feel must be settled before I take any major steps towards building a life together with him. And this is where I need your help, Uncle Vanya. This is why I'm here. Let's go. My first and biggest issue is that he outright refuses to tell his parents about us, despite the fact that he is a 31-year-old adult man. He still lives with his parents. Kind of red flag, but in this economy I understand, and never had a girlfriend before me. I've tried to be patient and understanding, but lately I'm beginning to grow frustrated, angry and resentful over this issue. I understand this. It almost feels like he is hiding me from them, and I can't help but to think that he is ashamed of me. I suspect that it's because I'm American, since our two countries have not always gotten along very well historically. When I ask him if this is the reason, he just denies it and says his parents are simply close-minded, typical old-school Soviet type, who would likely accuse him of losing his mind and believes that I was somehow scamming him if he confesses that he has met a woman he wants to marry on the internet. Okay, so the email is not over, but let's address this first problem before moving on to the second one. He is telling the truth, I think. First of all, understands that long-distance relationship is already very hard, but it is like a Sputnik rocket, you know, hard but achievable. However, in your case, this is long-distance relationship with 31 years old Slavic man who still lives with his parents. This is like building Sputnik rocket blindfolded after 8 shots of Samagon while fighting a bear. Much harder, almost impossible. There's a lot of problems to address here. Let's go one by one. First of all, why he doesn't tell his parents about you? Not because he is ashamed, I think, because he is Slavic and his parents are scary. I'm sure he is just terrified of his parents, as most Slavic people are. For good reason. In Slavic world, parents are like, how you say, final boss level of very scary video game. Like big dragon, but you know, instead of breathing fire, they have tapachkis that they will beat the shit out of you with. They also probably breathe fire. They just, you know, take lighter, samagon, vodka, you know. Very scary. So I don't think he's ashamed of you, but he's just terrified about what his parents will say that he is online dating American girl 6,000 miles away, which is understandable, so he is not really debil, but he is suslik. And to fix this, my advice to you is give him ultimatum. Tell him to grow a pair of balls and tell his parents, because this is something he should do if he actually loves you. Now, another problem you have is Slavic parents will not understand this online dating huyeting, okay? There is no way they will believe in internet romance, because Slavic people do not even believe in the weather app. They look at it and go, minus 10 degrees feels like minus 15. What the feels like? What is this? If I go on date with girl and tell her, oh, my is 3 inches, but trust me, feels like it's 10. That's it. Date over. We are direct. This is what we believe. No weather app, no online dating, real weather. You go outside, your nipples freeze. Okay, it's cold, I wear jacket. You know, very simple in our world. I don't know if those metaphors made a lot of sense, but I hope you understand them. My point is, his parents will think you are online scammer trying to sell him crypto or steal his crypto, or you are KGB spy. I don't know, one of those things. Imagine he comes up to them, says, Mama, Papa, I met beautiful American woman online. I've never seen her in real life, but I want to marry her. The only thing they will ask him is, who is she? What does she want? What does she want to get out of you? Kidney, citizenship, crypto, state secrets, entire family house. These are the things that will go through the Slavic parents' mind, I guarantee you. And you cannot blame them. That's the way it is. So if you want to make it easier for him, maybe plan a trip to visit him and make the introduction in person. This will make the whole process much easier for you and for him. And if you love each other and you have to cross this bridge eventually, I would suggest do it this way. Tell him to do it, but help him by going there in person and not putting him through a situation where he has to tell his parents, oh, I'm dating this mystery person online, okay? You will have much higher chance of success. Great success. Okay, this is not over. There is still other half of the email to go. So, like I said, strap in, let's do this. You know, long email, long advice. I charge 25% extra for this. You are lucky that 25% zero is still zero, so let's go. Okay, we continue. Secondly, he tends to be very closed off emotionally and frequently seems to be deeply uncomfortable with expressing his emotions or showing any type of very strong feelings, either positive or negative. It's like he just shuts down and cannot see how this could be damaging to a relationship. I even had him take an emotional unavailability quiz. Holy hard to pronounce, sorry, is a pickle. And despite him scoring out to being highly emotionally unavailable in the extreme, he seems to have just accepted that this is the way he is always going to be. First of all, if you want to keep a Slavic man, do not ask him to take emotional availability quiz. This is how you lose Slavic man 101. Oh honey, take this emotional availability quiz. Zatknись, I will make myself emotionally available to drink vodka until I forget that you asked this question and we will restart tomorrow. That will be his answer. There is no quiz to be taken. We are not emotionally available. Всё. Why you want to make me fail this stupid quiz and make life more depressing than it already is? Пошла отсюда. Anyways, Uncle Vanya, how can I make him see that this is a big problem for me, and how do I play a supportive role if he does choose to try and change this? Should this be a deal breaker for me if he continues refusing to acknowledge the issue, or am I creating problems where they do not exist? Thank you very much for your help. Finally, the email is over. So, your first mistake was making him take the quiz. Your second mistake is believing that there is a chance in any universe that your Slavic man, boyfriend, whatever, has any emotional availability. This does not exist. Like I said in last video, there are maybe 2 Slavic men in the world that have emotional availability. Straight ones, that is. And they are probably deeply closeted, okay? It does not exist, it is not real, it's like unicorn, you know? You hear it in stories, but in the real world which we all live in, no. Look, how do I tell you this? Slavic men treat feelings like a Windows update on your very old work computer. We see notification every day. Feelings, emotions, blah blah blah. But we ignore. We press ignore, ignore, ignore for 7 years. We push it deep down and drown it with vodka. By then it is time for a new computer, and as a human being we just shut down. This is what we do when we are old. We shut down and we die. We survived our life without having to address our emotion. Great success. Did we cause more emotional harm to a lot of people around us? Yes, probably. But by doing this, we are also able to carry an unimaginable physical and emotional toll to take care of our families, our loved ones, make the world a better place. By doing these things, people that are soft and gushy and emotional cannot do. Work in factory, cultivate potatoes, fight bears that are going to attack our families so they can survive the winter. There's a time and place and person for every situation. Sure, if you are healthy dealing with your emotions, you might be better at other jobs, maybe therapist, maybe therapist, whatever. Slavic men, we are not built for this. We are built to protect our loved ones, and society will crumble without us. Everybody has their job, okay? Let us be. This is just the way we are. You can try to fix us, but it is useless. If you do not like it, find yourself another man that is not Slavic. Maybe American if you want a pussy that is in tune with his emotions. Maybe he journals, you know, like little Suslik. Oh my god, I am gay! Something like this. I don't know what Americans write in their journal. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay. Okay, I will shut up before I get myself in trouble. But you get the point. Why are we like this? I don't know. It's the way we were raised, we were brought up, Slavic history of trauma, war, and suffering. My father always said emotions are for the weak, children, and Americans. My grandfather included the gays, but he used a meaner word, which I will not say. Again, I do not want to get cancelled. If you're gay, it's okay. I am just trying to explain a concept, okay? This was a lot. This is the longest Slavic anti-debilism advice I'd had to give to the longest email I have received. So let me try to wrap it up and maybe do one more. But let's wrap it up first. So, he hides you from his parents and is emotionally unavailable. Should this be a deal breaker? Honestly, maybe. It is up to you to decide. I tried to explain his perspective a little bit, give you some advice on how to deal with it. If this is not your cup of vodka, then break up with him. Why would you waste your time trying to make a puzzle piece fit that does not fit? Okay, yes, puzzle. It seems to me like you are trying to build relationship around his problems, you know, and I don't think this is good for anyone. If you guys are not a fit, learn from each other, accept that you had the relationship, you both learned, you love each other, but you must break up and move on. And find people in your lives that are truly a match for you, a life partner, okay? There cannot be so much friction. Your job is to be his woman, and his job is to be your man, okay? You are not each other's therapists, okay? His therapist should be vodka, and your therapist should be maybe American Suslik, but real therapist. And yes, you should help each other, but I think the best solution for you in this situation is I love you, but this must change. And either he becomes a grown man, grows some balls, and meets you halfway, or both of you move on. Okay, pizdец, finally. There is my advice, don't be debil. Next. Okay, that was a very long one, I will do one more. Let's go. Dear Uncle Vanya, something has happened with the world. I agree. COVID, OnlyFans, horse, wars, so many things. You name it, you know? Yeah, well, what are you talking about? You see, Uncle Vanya, at my workplace, there is staff meeting, and one of the main topics was me. I'm assuming it's not because of how productive you were. If you ask me, it was more like a Congress of State witness than anything else. What the Okay. Was everyone complaining that I'm a bully? I'm thinking of bullying you because your grammar is horrible. Uncle Vanya, you have to understand. I come from a place and time where the team meant everything. Whether it was sports, school, or work, nowhere was I more important than we. Okay? These capitalist rules ruined all that. Nowadays, for a small financial gain, people will ruthlessly step over co-workers. Holy... That last long email took it out of me, I swear to God. Co-workers with whom they spend 8 hours every day and call it healthy competition. We are taught that you're not supposed to have friends at work, but that is unnatural. Who teaches this? I don't think that is true, not in America or anywhere else. After a few years, every company develops a family dynamic, and that should be accepted. Everyone is chasing happiness, but happiness doesn't exist. With this I agree. Only joy exists. No. Suffering. A little bit of joy. Mostly suffering. And you can't feel joy in the solitude of the so-called healthy competition. Look, man, what are you saying? So much blah 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 for... Okay, wrap it up. Let's see. That is why I snap. Uncle Vanya. And from time to time terrorize these miserable meerkats. Oh, meerkats is suslik. But it does not translate to English. Balvan. I work with. Would they fire me? Yes. They'd even call the police. Good. This is what you should do to terrorists. They know that sooner or later my punishment will pass and theirs will only begin. What are you saying, man? This is cryptic. Who's the madman here, Uncle Vanya? Me or these debils? Honestly, I think you. But let me try to fix your debilism. I must put myself in your topachki. I understand your Soviet mentality, right? Team before me and, you know, no susliki, whatnot. Look, you are a bully, but you are also Soviet soul trapped in American workplace kindergarten. So I understand where you are coming from, but I think you are a little bit retarded nonetheless. Of course your co-workers will try to cancel you because your harsh Slavic actions reminds them that they are soft-brained Americans that are softer than uncooked soggy pelmeni. Like you say, where we come from, they do this not out of hate but out of love. You and I might understand that, but the Americans, they do not. In America, if you drag co-worker by the ear, they call HR, therapist, FBI, police, emotional support, chihuahua, rat, squirrel, everything, okay? They just do not understand this mentality, and you can't expect them to. At the end of the day, you are the guest in this country, okay? So you cannot bring Soviet discipline into American office. They will not understand. You must adapt yourself. That does not mean you have to change yourself, but you must adapt out of courtesy to your surroundings, okay? You are guest in this country, adapt to their custom, period. So what is my advice to you? What can you do? Well, number one, stop terrorizing your coworkers. Debil. Even though they might deserve it, American legal system does not approve. You don't want to go to prison? Stop. Instead, become more strategic, okay? No more shouting, slamming desks, threats. They might be motivational to you, but they are still threats. And no more physical violence, okay? Instead, use silence. This will help you maintain your own Slavic soul and not scare your coworker. Trust me, nothing scares these capitalists more than a Slavic man coldly staring into the distance during his break. Lunchroom Slavic stare. This is your solution. You will scare them, motivate them, and make them respect you at the same time. So yeah, save your energy. Believe it or not, in this country, if you act like normal Slavic persons, they call you debil. Not because you are wrong, but because this country is built on emotion and fugazi, whatever they say. While Slavic people are built on reason and action. It's very different. There's no way for us to understand each other. I'm doing lots of weird things with my hands today. I don't know why. So relax, comrade, okay? You are not crazy. You're simply overqualified to be in office surrounded by your American dalbayob colleagues. But you cannot let this situation and their debilism drag you down. You are fighting a war for your soul, your Slavic soul, and you must win it. Be smart and adjust to their world, just enough so they leave you alone and don't drag you down and turn you into a debil yourself. That is my advice to you, and that is it for today. Only 3 balvans were saved from debilism. I like to take my time with these debils and dive deep to the source, to the root of their debilism. Cut it out so that it does not return like cancer that was not properly operated on. If you made it to the end of the video, congratulations. The American Reels shorts huyorts have not rotted your brain and you still have attention span. Let me know in the comments, leave a like, subscribe, and I will tell you congratulations myself. If you are debil and you want help, send me email here and maybe I will help you next episode. But as always, the most important thing that you must remember is don't be debil.